Good morning and welcome to Northwest Unitarian Universalist Church. This morning we have our traditional flower communion and recognition of our graduating high school seniors in this non-traditional format. I'm Diana Kohler, one of the worship associates, and I will be joined in the service today by Ken Hermanot, our choir director, Alex Myers, our pianist, Jim Moyer, a member of our Board of Governors, Cheryl Goldberg, also a member of our Board of Governors, Star Austin, our virtual DRE, and Ben Gable, our church administrator. It takes a whole village to put these services on. If you are a visitor and would like to learn more about Northwest or would like to be placed on our mailing list, please click on the link that Ben is going to put in the chat box to fill out our visitor form so we can let you know about upcoming services and activities. And now we get to hear a prelude. We light our chalice this morning to a chalice lighting written by Reverend Kimberly Ann Tomzik Carlson called We Are a People of Beauty. Recognizing the beauty around us and within us, in voice and in spirit, we gather to light our chalice. May we savor the beauty of our abundance and diversity, always cherishing one another and our earth. May we remember to inhale the lushness in life, knowing that we are a people of beauty. And now Cheryl Goldberg is going to introduce our new members.
Well, on behalf of the Northwest Membership Committee, I want to extend a warm welcome to a few new members who've joined us since the last time we introduced some new members. And that is Orlando Hodges, Nicole LaDucer Janowitz, Susan Sobosinski, and Brian and Madeline Partham. I do know Brian and Madeline are not able to be with us today, but the other three individuals can. So I wonder if one at a time, those of you who might not have had a chance to meet them might take just a minute to hear from them so they can each introduce themselves. So I'm going to ask Susan, would you go first, please?
Sure. I am a Detroit resident. I live here with my husband. I have two children. My daughter, son-in-law, and 5-year-old grandson live in Ypsilanti. And then I have a son who lives in Miami, Florida, which is our excuse to escape the cold every year for a few months. So we won't be here in the wintertime, but I'm a retired nurse. And I enjoy gardening and just doing things with people and just knitting and reading. And I just want to say that I have really appreciated the congregation. I appreciate the whole concept, your focus on the 7 principles, the values, and the openness that I felt. It's just, and I look forward to learning more.
Thank you, Susan, and it's been delightful having you be in our book group too.
Oh yeah, I've enjoyed the book group.
All right, Nicole, you're up next.
Okay, am I okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can hear me now. All right. Hi, I'm Nicole LaDucer Janowitz. I've been coming to Northwest UU since the last Sunday of March 2020. Kateri McMullen invited me actually a while ago before when it was open. And it was also wonderful that I know Susie Kinnan. So there were 2 faces I knew when I first started coming. And it has been an absolute joy. This congregation has given me so much strength. The first service I went to was about Taoism. I was unofficially studied world religion in college, and I've always been interested in that. I love how accepting this church is, and I was raised Catholic, was very Catholic, and church shopped about 20 years ago, did not find anything, and felt like I always wanted something. I wanted to say one thing about these basket earrings that sometimes I wear here. My sister made them, and I wear them on days when I want to fill up with friendship and love. And I found myself wearing these, they're very special earrings to me, and I don't just wear them all the time. So I've worn them quite a bit here, and I've cried during services with so much joy. So thank you very, very much. And I look forward to actually seeing all of you in person in the future and many years ahead. Thank you very much.
Oh, and thank you. And you're so welcome in the community. Looking forward to getting to know you. Orlando, it is your turn.
Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate it so much. And thank you for the wonderful card and greeting and welcome. I appreciate that. And I was excited just hearing Sue and Nicole. I was, I came upon Northwest UU basically because of my friendship with Mark and Nancy, and they talked about the several events that we were at, and so I kept my ears open about that. And then also I knew Steve Mandel as well from my years ago working in television, and I was recommending the church to a friend the end of March during the pandemic. I work at OnStar, and my friend is a General Motors programmer, and he and his wife were in Lake Orion, and their church was closed, and they were looking for a UU church, and I recommended Northwest to go online, and so he and his wife never went to the website. I did, and that's how I ended up staying with the service. You know, it was the music was always inviting, and and Ben and Alex and Ken and all the work they did, and Kimmy, and I was just intrigued every week, from hearing the inclusion of the children, hearing the inclusion of the seven principles, and all the work in the community. Just took my heart, and so my wife and I would watch, and yes, and I've been married coming up this September 25 years. No children, a couple miscarriages and a tubal pregnancy. Went to Cass Tech, went to Wayne State. So I'm a community guy, and been in television, been a firefighter, and been a tech recruiter, and worked for city government in Troy. So now I've done numerous things, and so this seems like it met all the creative and technical needs that I have. So I'm looking forward to meeting you all. Thank you.
Looking forward to that as well. And you were a canvasser extraordinaire on the committee. So
Thanks to Mark and Beata, and the rest of the team.
certainly added a great service to that group. So welcome to all of you. And I'm going to turn this over to our moderator, Amy, to officially lead the congregation and welcome you.
Orlando, Nicole, Sue, and Brian and Madeline, who aren't with us today, on behalf of the congregation, we welcome you. We are grateful that you have chosen to commit to this congregation, even when we can gather only virtually, for now at least. We know we will be enriched by your participation, talents, and insights, which we already have been from all of your involvement. We promise to honor your presence among us. Welcome to this congregation of faith and kindness, memory and hope, exploration, service, compassion, gratitude, and joy. Welcome to all of you. We're glad to have you.
Welcome, thank you. Yay. You can put your yay emojis if you want to use it.
Our first reading this morning is Travelers Upon the Earth by Reverend Elizabeth Strong. Enter into the communion of flowers with joyful hearts. Enter with reverent thoughts. It has taken months beneath the cold ground for these flowers to prepare their blooming. It has taken each of us long times of growth through joy and sorrow to prepare for our living now. The blooming season is short. The flowers stay only a brief time. We are travelers on the earth, travelers through all too brief lifetimes. Therefore, let our moments be bountiful. Let us rejoice in the unique colors, aromas, and sounds. Let us celebrate together in love. That as we travel away, we take with us the memory of golden hours together among the flowers. And now we'll hear the hymn for Flowers That Bloom About Our Feet.
Flowers that bloom about our feet, for tender grass morning, we recognize 4 high school graduates: Anna Bowden, Lucas Robbins Hensler, James Hager Henry, and Ben Vanson. Each will receive a chalice from the congregation, as is our tradition in this congregation. And it's been one heck of a senior year. I'm glad you guys made it. During your childhood and youth, we provided you with religious education programs and guided you in finding your spiritual path. May your roots hold you close and your wings set you free. Many of us hope that your path will keep you in Unitarian Universalism, and we honor your ongoing search for truth and meaning as it leads you ever more to understanding, compassion, and justice. May your roots hold you close and your wings set you free. We have treasured your voice in our sanctuary and in our halls, when you sang, when you laughed, when you cried, and when you questioned. May your roots hold you close and your wings set you free. We hope you will return to us often so we can hear your voice again and so we can remind you of how much we cherish you. May your roots hold you close and your wings set you free. We have tried to give you the gift of a place to belong, a place of warmth and caring, and challenge and growth. May your roots hold you close and your wings set you free. We hope that you will find more places to belong as you travel far on your many adventures, and we hope that you know that you always have a home here. May your roots hold you close and your wings set you free.
In the city of Prague, in the land of Czechoslovakia, in the year 1923, there was a church. But the building did not look much like a church. It had no bells, no spires, no stained glass windows. It had no organ to make beautiful music. It didn't even have a piano. It had no carvings of wood or statues of stone. It had no candles or chalices. It had no flowers. Now, the church did have some things. It had 4 walls and a ceiling and floor. It had a door and a few windows. It had some wooden chairs, but that was all plain and simple. Except the church also had people who came to it every Sunday. It had a minister whose name was Norbert Čapek. He had been the minister at that plain and simple church for 2 years. Every Sunday, Minister Čapek went to church and he spoke to the people while they listened, sitting quietly and still in those hard wooden chairs. And when he was done speaking, the people talked a little bit among themselves, but then they went home And that was all. No music, no candles, no food, not even coffee. Springtime came to the city of Prague, and Norbert Čapek went out for a stroll. The rains had come, the birds were singing, and flowers were blooming all over the land. The world was beautiful. And an idea came to him, simple and clear, plain as day. The next Sunday, he asked all the people in the church to bring a flower or a budding branch, or even a twig. Each person was to bring one. What kind, they asked. What color? What size? You choose, he said. Each of you choose what you like. And so on the next Sunday, which was the first day of summer, the people came with flowers of all different colors and sizes and kinds. There were yellow daisies and red roses, white lilies and blue asters, dark-eyed pansies and light green leaves, pink and purple, orange and gold. There were all those colors and more. Flowers filled all the vases, and the church wasn't so plain and simple anymore. Minister Čapek spoke to the people while they listened, sitting quiet and still in those hard wooden chairs. He said, "These flowers are like ourselves, different colors and different shapes and different sizes, and each needing different kinds of care, but each one beautiful, special, and important in its own way." When he was done speaking, the people talked a little bit among themselves, and then they each chose a different flower from the vases before they went home. And that was all, and it was beautiful and plain and simple as the day. Please join me in listening to our choral performance of This Rose Shall Open.
I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away.
I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. I know, I know, I know, I know. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul. I know this rose. I know this rose will open. I know. I know. I know this rose will open.
If we were meeting in person today, we all would have placed our flowers in a basket when we arrived, and the basket would be brought up to the front of the congregation, and we would have a consecration of the flowers. And so this morning I'm reading The Blessing for Flower Communion by Dr. Michael Boblet. Blessed be the flower that triumphs at last over the snows, over the centuries, over the heavy feet of cattle and soldiers treading down the fragile places of the earth. Blessed be the flower that triumphs at last over the tangled branches, over the withered stem, over the tearing thorns of roses and of barbed wire. Blessed be the flower that triumphs at last, even over the hand that gathers it, cuts it off from life, from roots, from the memory and taste of iron and tears in the soil. Blessed be the flower that triumphs at last over the closed rooms that are not its home, over efforts to domesticate its wild truth, over the vain words of priests and poets. Blessed be the flower that triumphs at last over us, over pasts and futures, over words and silences, over deaths and lives, placing them all in their proper place, restoring to all things their joyful smallness. Blessed be the flower that triumphs at last.
You're missing out here. This ruined the whole choreography. Do we have to start over again with this?
That's good, Here's Margaret coming. Okay.
Catch her with that.
Somebody give her the flower.
There we go.
That's great.
Comedic ending here. All right, there we go.
That's good. You're gonna like it.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea.
Our closing words come from the Reverend Amy Zucker Morgenstern. Never has it been more true than now. We extinguish this flame, but the sparks within us remain alight. From each of us, in our supposed solitude, the signals buzz and hum, sparkling through space, one to another, connecting us invisibly but palpably. We are one, and from every window, our light shines.